Female vulnerabilities. Every man should understand. Have you ever wondered, could the hidden weaknesses of women be the key to winning their hearts? If you think you already know everything about love, then this video will change your perspective. Let's dive into those hidden vulnerabilities that women often keep to themselves, fearing that showing them might make them seem weak. But in reality, understanding these can give you an unexpected advantage in winning them over. Did you know that actions speak louder than words? Women are irresistibly drawn to men whose actions match their words. If you want to understand what truly attracts them, don't overlook the important weaknesses below. Don't just talk, show it through your actions. Small gestures can lead to big results in building attraction. So, what makes a man irresistible to women? Is it being strong, confident, or perhaps being ambitious with a touch of mystery? In this video, I'm going to reveal those weaknesses that women often don't dare share. But if you understand them, you'll have a greater chance of capturing their hearts. Get ready to discover these secrets. Beginning the main content. In this video, I'm going to reveal the hidden vulnerabilities that women often keep to themselves, fearing that they might seem weak. But in reality, understanding these weaknesses can give you an unexpected advantage in winning them over. Let's explore. Weakness number 1, the steadfast man. Women are irresistibly drawn to men whose actions match their words. They are captivated by those who speak sparingly, but their actions speak volumes. Why is this? Because it's easier to follow through on a few promises than make a bunch of empty ones. Women value actions over words. Therefore, if you want to build the image of a high-value man, let your actions do the talking. For example, if you want to project yourself as a man of value, let your actions speak for you. Introduce her to your female friends. Share photos with them on social media. This will subtly communicate your desirability and social standing without you needing to say a word. Weakness, thus 2, the confident man. Confidence is incredibly attractive to women. They are naturally drawn to men who exude self-assurance because it contrasts with their own insecurities. To project confidence, speak with conviction. Avoid filler words, and listen more than you speak. This not only makes her feel heard, but also adds an element of mystery, leaving her eager for more interaction. Don't be afraid to say no when necessary. This signals that you're not a pushover, which will increase her respect and attraction toward you. Weakness 3, the ambitious. Women are deeply attracted to men with ambition, those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Whether he's starting a business or pursuing a new project, an ambitious man exudes leadership and drive, qualities that are incredibly appealing. If you're an ambitious man, there's no doubt that you'll catch her attention. Weakness number 4. The enigmatic bad boy. There's an undeniable allure to the mysterious bad boy that women can't seem to resist. Women are drawn to the emotional highs and lows that these men create, which can leave them obsessed. To embody this persona, you might try being a little self-centered, taking control of the relationship and keeping your intentions unclear. While I don't recommend fully embracing the bad boy lifestyle, incorporating some of these traits, like being unpredictable and not rushing into commitment, can make you more intriguing and desirable. Weakness. But 5. Being ignored. Women thrive on attention and are often drawn to competition. When you ignore her, you stand out and challenge her pride, making her wonder why she's not getting your attention like others do. To use this to your advantage, treat her just like everyone else. Stay casual when you're around her and maintain a sense of indifference when you're apart. This will make her work harder to get your attention, which can increase her attraction to you. Weakness. Number 6. The charismatic womanizer. Women are often irresistibly attracted to men who are liked by other women, a phenomenon known as pre-selection. To take advantage of this, surround yourself with female friends, even if there's no romantic interest involved. This will make you appear more attractive in her eyes because she'll sense the desire other women have for you. So, you've explored the weaknesses I just shared. However, there's still one last weakness that's incredibly interesting, and I'll share it in the next part of the video. You definitely don't want to miss it. Stay tuned to learn more. As we've already discovered, understanding what women find attractive isn't just about trying to impress them. It's about positioning yourself as a man who naturally draws them in. Let's continue exploring more of these intriguing traits that can make you stand out and become irresistible in their eyes. Weakness. Number 7. The well-scented man. A study from Brazil found that women are particularly sensitive to scent, making it one of the most powerful tools in attraction. A man who smells good will instantly capture a woman's attention. Imagine this. You walk into a room and your fragrance lingers in the air, leaving an impression before you even speak. This is no coincidence. Women are drawn to men who take care of their scent. To take advantage of this, make sure you pay attention to your grooming routine. Use a pleasant-smelling shampoo, keep your breath fresh, and choose a cologne that's subtle but long-lasting. A man who takes time to smell good is a man who demonstrates care and attention to detail. These qualities are incredibly attractive to women, showing them that you take pride in yourself. Weakness. Number 8. The masculine man. The masculine man exudes an undeniable charm that women are instinctively drawn to, often defined by his physical strength, deep voice, and emotional independence. This man is the natural leader who doesn't seek validation from others. He stands tall, both literally and metaphorically. To project this masculinity, engage in physical activities that build strength and confidence. Take on leadership roles in various areas of your life and never rely on others for approval. Embrace your independence emotionally and practically, and the image of strength and stability will naturally shine through. Women are drawn to men who embody these qualities, as they provide a sense of security and admiration. Weakness. Number 9. The passionate man. Passion is magnetic. While the masculine man is focused on strength and stability, the passionate man captivates with his intense dedication to what he loves. It could be a hobby, a career, or a cause. Whatever it is, his enthusiasm is infectious, making him highly attractive. The key to this trait is to dive deeply into something that excites you. Talk about it with genuine energy and watch how your passion catches her attention. Pay attention to her reactions. If she's engaged, keep going. And if she's not, adjust your approach. When you speak about something you care about, it creates a strong emotional connection and admiration. This passion makes you stand out and makes her feel an undeniable bond with you. Weakness. 10. The emotionally intelligent man. Emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful traits a man can possess. Women, being naturally emotional, are drawn to men who understand their emotions and can manage their own. An emotionally intelligent man knows how to connect with women on a deeper, more meaningful level. He listens attentively, observes her body language, and offers support without always trying to fix things. Women appreciate this because it shows that he truly understands them. By becoming someone she can rely on for emotional support, you create a bond that goes beyond surface-level attraction. And the best part, this makes you incredibly attractive with minimal effort. Now that we've covered these powerful traits, it's clear that attraction is about more than just physical appearance or surface-level behavior. It's about becoming a man who stands out by cultivating qualities that women naturally find appealing. But how do you truly become a man who women desire? How do you shift the dynamics so that they are the ones pursuing you? That's exactly what we'll dive into next. Let's explore how you can master the art of attraction and why reversing the dynamic can help you win her heart. Stay tuned, because the next steps are crucial in understanding how to truly draw women in. Top of form, as we've already discovered, attraction isn't something that women consciously control. It's driven by subconscious triggers and emotional responses. Now let's dive even deeper into the types of men who naturally draw women in, the kind of men who seem to possess an almost magnetic charm. Understanding attraction, the key to success. Understanding how attraction works is absolutely essential in the dating world. Without this knowledge, your chances of succeeding in relationships will be much lower. Women's decisions are often driven by emotions rather than logic. They respond to the feelings a person or a situation evokes in them, making their attraction largely subconscious. This means that women don't consciously control who they are attracted to. Instead, their attraction is an automatic response to certain behaviors and qualities men display. You can't simply list your best qualities in a PowerPoint presentation and expect a woman to be attracted to you. That approach might sound logical, but it's not how attraction works. To truly catch a woman's eye, you need to naturally embody these qualities in your behavior and personality. But before we dive deeper, let's clarify a few key points that will set the foundation for everything. We'll explore key points to remember, and women don't control who they're attracted to. Women don't control who they're not attracted to. Attraction operates on a subconscious level, beyond their conscious control. Now, let's explore the types of men women are instinctively drawn to. The man they can't easily have. Let's start with the man who is hard to get. Imagine this. You're at a store casually browsing the shelves when you spot a shiny state-of-the-art TV. You weren't planning to buy anything, but out of curiosity, you ask the salesperson about it. He says, "Sorry, that's the last one, and it's already sold out." Suddenly, this TV that you were just casually interested in becomes the most desirable gadget in the store. Then, a few days later, the salesperson calls and says they found one more in the warehouse, but it's a bit pricier, and now you want it more than ever. What happened here? That TV, which was once just a passing interest, became the most wanted item because it seemed unattainable. Women's attraction to men works in a very similar way. The men they can't easily have, those who are a bit out of reach, become like those limited edition products, something they just have to have. Unavailability increases a man's value, making him more attractive. So if you want to be that rare, limited edition man in the dating scene, play your cards wisely and don't be too easily available. That's a win, too. The taken man. This one might surprise you, but it's true. When a man is in a relationship, engaged or even married, his appeal often skyrockets. It might sound counterintuitive, but the truth is, the more unattainable something is, the more desirable it becomes. Think about it like this. When a man is already taken, his desirability goes through the roof, just like the last slice of pizza at a party. Suddenly, everyone wants it. Women tend to see a man in a relationship as someone who must be valuable if another woman has already claimed him. It's like he's a prize, and they want in on the action. The guy who's wanted by other women. Imagine you're walking down the street and notice a crowd gathering around a plain-looking box. There's nothing special about the box itself, but the fact that everyone's attention is focused on it piques your curiosity. What's so fascinating about this box? The same thing happens with men. When a man is surrounded by women, he naturally becomes more attractive to other women. It's like a spotlight has been cast on him, and suddenly other women begin to wonder, what's so special about him that all these women are interested? This curiosity works like a powerful magnet, drawing even more women toward him. In essence, being popular with women makes you even more popular with women. It's a cycle that can't be ignored, a crowd-pulling factor that men can use to their advantage. The unpredictable man. Predictability can often lead to boredom, which is why being unpredictable can spark attraction. Picture this. Most men approach women in a very straightforward and predictable manner, wearing their intentions on their sleeves. They are clear about what they want, and the interactions become somewhat formulaic. But when a man is unpredictable, it creates excitement. There's a sense of mystery and thrill that comes with unpredictability, and women are naturally drawn to that. Imagine the excitement of encountering someone who keeps you guessing, someone who's not entirely easy to figure out. The unpredictable man doesn't follow the usual script. He's the kind of man who surprises you with something new every time you interact with him. This unpredictability keeps things fresh and exciting, making women want to know more. The key here is balance. You don't want to be too aloof or distant, but by adding a layer of unpredictability, you'll spark curiosity and desire. Now that we've explored some key traits that naturally draw women in, it's clear that attraction is more than just superficial qualities or following the usual script. It's about creating intrigue, mystery, and value. Elements that go beyond what meets the eye. But how do you harness these traits and use them effectively? How do you go from simply being someone they notice to someone they desire? Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll uncover the next steps in mastering the art of attraction and making sure you become the man that women can't resist. As we've seen, being predictable can quickly turn women off, especially when they've grown accustomed to the usual, typical approaches. So how do you stand out? The key is unpredictability, breaking the norm and sparking their curiosity. Let's take a closer look at how this works. Unpredictability, the secret to keeping her interested. When a man is too transparent and predictable, it can cause women to lose interest quickly. Why? Because they can easily gauge the situation and predict the outcome. This is especially true for attractive women who are used to regular guys approaching them in the same old, boring ways. They know the routine and they've seen it all before. But when a man is unpredictable, it immediately disrupts the norm and grabs their attention. For example, imagine you're talking to a beautiful woman. Instead of the usual compliments, you surprise her by saying something unexpected, like, "I like you, but I'm not sure if we'd get along. I don't think you can handle me." This statement is shocking and throws her off balance. She might think, wait, he's suggesting that I can't handle him. What does that even mean? This statement makes you stand out from the crowd of predictable guys. And suddenly, she finds herself intrigued, wanting to know more about you. Her emotions are engaged, and she starts to feel more attracted to you. The unpredictability of this interaction has captured her attention. This is the power of being unpredictable. It's truly a game changer in the dating world. The high-value man. How to be perceived as irresistible. Now, let's talk about the high-value man. Just like how an antique item can fetch a surprisingly high price, even if it's no longer functional, a high-value man can be incredibly attractive, even if he isn't conventionally perfect. Antiques are valued not for their usability, but for the perception of their worth. Similarly, a man can be seen as highly attractive if a woman perceives him as high value. So, what exactly does it mean to be a high-value man? Simply put, a woman sees a man as high value when she considers him more important than herself. When you maintain this sense of importance and self-worth, you will naturally be perceived as someone who is high value. How do you cultivate this perception? Here are a few key points to keep in mind. A high-value man doesn't try to impress women just for the sake of it. He doesn't need to seek attention or approval from women. He never places a woman on a pedestal just because she's attractive. He never settles for less than the best and always prioritizes his own life and passions. He is willing to walk away if his principles or values are compromised. He makes women earn his attention rather than giving it away easily. He has options and isn't desperate to settle down with just anyone. Instead of adapting to a woman's world, he invites her into his own. And most importantly, a high-value man never chases women. By embodying these qualities, you will naturally be seen as a high-value man, and women will be drawn to you without you even trying. Remember, we'll dive deeper into each of these concepts throughout this series. For now, consider this a foundational overview. If you want me to continue this series, let me know in the comments and share the challenges you're facing so I can address them directly. Now that you have an understanding of what it takes to be seen as high value, let's take this even further. How can you apply these principles in real-life situations to truly transform your dating life? In the next video, we're going to dive into the science of attracting women, including Dr. Robert Cialdini's famous scarcity principle. Trust me, this is one lesson you won't want to miss. Make sure to check out the previous video if you haven't already, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to me. Stay tuned for more insights that will turn you into the ultimate magnet for attraction. As we explored earlier, scarcity is a powerful force when it comes to attraction. But it's not about being a jerk or playing hard to get. Instead, it's about creating value by making yourself a rare and desirable opportunity. Now let's dive deeper into how you can use this principle effectively and in a way that actually makes you more attractive. The secret to scarcity: you don't have to be a jerk. It's not that girls dislike nice guys, it's that nice guys often make themselves too available, while the jerks seem indifferent. This imbalance makes the jerks appear more valuable because they're hard to get. The scarcity they create by being emotionally distant increases their perceived worth. However, here's the secret they don't tell you. You don't have to be a jerk to create scarcity. In fact, a nice guy who knows how to make himself scarce is far more attractive. So how do you pull this off without turning into a bad boy? Imagine you're at a party and you spot a girl you like, surrounded by guys vying for her attention. It might seem like a hopeless situation, but this is your chance to stand out. Walk over, greet her casually with a friendly hi as you pass by, and then keep walking. Don't linger. Instead, go talk to a friend. Bonus points if that friend is another girl. By doing this, you're effectively putting a limited edition sign on yourself. While the other guys are clinging to her, you've made yourself a rare opportunity, something that needs to be pursued before it's gone. This subtle move increases your value in her eyes because you're not desperately vying for her attention, but rather you're busy and desirable. The gain-loss theory. How to make a stronger impression. Building on the idea of scarcity, the gain-loss theory provides us with even more insight into why nice guys might seem to finish last. In a clever study, college students were set up for one-on-one meetings, and after each meeting, they overheard the experimenters' evaluations of them. The feedback was either all positive, all negative, initially negative, but becoming positive, or initially positive, but becoming negative. When asked later how much they liked the experimenter, unsurprisingly, the students liked the experimenter most when the feedback was entirely positive. However, they liked the experimenter even more when the initial feedback was negative but turned positive over time. This shows that winning someone over after a rocky start is far more satisfying than simply being liked from the beginning. When using this strategy with a girl, you need to be cautious. Trying to subtly indicate that she's left a bad impression without coming off as a jerk can be tricky. The key here is to use your tone and body language carefully. Also, once you decide that she has earned your interest, make sure to clearly convey that. If it's not obvious that you've warmed up to her, she might assume you're not interested, which can backfire and cause her to lose interest instead. Proximity. The importance of being close. In Lesson 1, we discussed how scarcity in terms of attention can work wonders. However, it's just as crucial to understand that scarcity doesn't apply to proximity. A study on friendship formation at MIT found that physical proximity plays a major role in forming close relationships. The closer someone lived to another person in the same dorm, the more likely they were to become close friends. For instance, those who lived just one dorm away had a 41% chance of being close friends, while those 4 dorms away had only a 10% chance. This shows that physical closeness matters, but proximity isn't just about location, it's about frequency as well. You'll have a better chance with someone you see for 10 minutes every day than with someone you see for an hour once a week. If you lack proximity, you'll need to create it strategically. Consider changing your route to class so you pass by, her joining a club she's involved in, or finding other ways to cross paths regularly. But here's the key: be subtle. There's a fine line between creating proximity and coming off as creepy. You don't want to stalk her or make her feel uncomfortable. Instead, keep it natural. Create opportunities to interact without forcing it. Setting the stage for more interaction. Now that you've established good proximity and have subtly shown her that you're genuinely interested, you're on the right track. The next step is to keep the momentum going without seeming desperate or overbearing. How do you strike the perfect balance between attention and distance? Stay tuned, because in the next section, we'll dive into the steps for turning these initial interactions into a meaningful connection. By strategically managing how you present yourself, you'll create an environment where she starts to chase you, rather than the other way around. Let's explore how to use these principles to make sure that your interactions don't just fizzle out, but instead lead to something deeper. As we've seen, creating opportunities for connection and using proximity strategically can greatly enhance your chances with a woman. But what about keeping the positive feelings she develops for you? How do you ensure that her interest doesn't fade? Let's dive into a fascinating psychological trick that can help you do just that. How to keep her positive feelings towards you. The Ben Franklin effect. Benjamin Franklin, one of the most beloved figures in history, had a secret for being liked by everyone he met. And no, it wasn't just his charm or wit, it was his ability to ask for favors. It might sound counterintuitive at first. You might think that asking for favors would annoy people, but in reality, it does the opposite. A 1971 study at the University of North Carolina showed that when people do something kind for others, they tend to like them more. In this study, volunteers were either asked to encourage or criticize students who were actually actors, performing various tasks. Afterward, the volunteers were asked to rate how attractive and likable they found the students. The results were clear. Those who had received encouragement were rated as more attractive than those who were criticized. So, what's the takeaway from this? Give the girl you like opportunities to be kind to you. It can be as simple as asking her for a small favor. Start small. Ask for the time or something equally trivial. By doing this, you're subtly encouraging her to feel more positively toward you. For example, you could drop your pencil near her and let her pick it up for you, or ask for her help with something small you're working on. These simple gestures help create subtle opportunities for connection, which can ultimately make you more attractive. It's a small trick that, when used right, can keep her feelings for you positive and even deepen them over time. Lesson 5. The appearance factor. Let's talk about something that might seem superficial, but is actually incredibly important: the way you present yourself. In 1997, researchers Morian and Bloom conducted a study that revealed a surprising finding. They surveyed 117 college students, showing them 76 photos of the opposite sex, and asked them to rate the attractiveness of each person. The results were fascinating. The most attractive features weren't solely based on genetics, but were actually things you can control: good posture, noticeable grooming, well-fitting clothes, a positive attitude, and a healthy lifestyle. Yes, you read that right. The most attractive traits are not just genetic. By putting in a little effort, exercising regularly, standing tall with your shoulders back, maintaining cleanliness, wearing well-fitting clothes, and even smiling, you can dramatically increase your appeal. You might be doing everything else right, but if you neglect your appearance and carry yourself poorly, it can be the thing that turns her off. A positive attitude and a well-maintained appearance go a long way in making a strong impression, so don't underestimate the power of grooming and posture. Final lesson: luck and chemistry. Lastly, let's dive into the realm of biology, specifically the science of attraction. Believe it or not, attraction sometimes comes down to something beyond your control: genetic compatibility. In the world of neurobiology, there are two key factors that play a huge role in determining long-term attraction, and these can often override everything else. The first factor is your sense of smell. Your nose detects pheromones, which carry genetic information and can trigger physiological or behavioral responses if they're compatible with the person you're interacting with. Women's noses also pick up on MHC molecules, which are involved in the immune system functioning. Research has shown that women are often more attracted to men whose MHC molecules differ from their own, as this genetic diversity can be advantageous for potential offspring. Unfortunately, men don't have the same MHC detection ability. This means that while you might feel a strong connection, if your MHC molecules are too similar to hers, she might not feel the same way. The second and perhaps most critical factor in attraction is the first kiss. This moment is a complex exchange of tactile and chemical signals, including the smell of your breath and the taste of your mouth. It's the moment when physical chemistry can either spark or fizzle out. How you kiss, how your chemistry aligns in that instant, it all plays a significant role in determining the trajectory of your attraction with her. So, as we've seen, attraction isn't just about playing games or perfecting your appearance. It's also about understanding the underlying biological and psychological factors that influence how we connect with others. But how do you ensure that the chemistry and connection you've built don't fade away? How do you take this initial attraction and turn it into something lasting? Stay tuned, because in the next section, we'll dive deeper into building a strong emotional connection that goes beyond just the physical and psychological triggers. As we've already seen, attraction is influenced by both physical chemistry and subconscious cues. One key moment in any interaction is the first kiss, which can either build or break the connection. If everything goes right, it triggers a rush of intense feelings, creating an immediate bond. But what happens when the kiss doesn't go well? Women often report losing attraction, but when it's successful, it's a powerful, game-changing moment. The power of a great first kiss. The first kiss is more than just a romantic moment. It's an emotional and physiological trigger. When the kiss goes well, it activates a rush of norepinephrine, sparking the fight or flight response. In this instant, your heart races, your pupils dilate, and an undeniable surge of energy fills the air. Everything clicks, and it's as if the world around you fades, leaving only the two of you in that shared moment. It's in this rush of emotions that you've made a significant connection, one that can set the stage for a deeper relationship. However, this moment isn't always guaranteed to go smoothly. In fact, if the kiss goes wrong, it can leave both parties feeling uncomfortable, and women in particular may report a sudden drop in attraction. This shows how powerful physical connection can be in setting the tone for further interactions. A successful kiss, however, can create an unforgettable spark. Discovering the secrets of female body language. Now, let's move beyond the kiss and dive into the subtle yet powerful signals that women send through their body language. These cues are often subconscious and can reveal a lot about how she feels. We'll explore 11 scientifically backed body language cues that often indicate a woman's growing interest in you. Plus, we'll also share the clearest signs that she's definitely not interested so you can avoid wasting time. Signal 1. Mirroring your movements. Picture this. You're sitting across from her at a cafe, casually running your hand through your hair. A few moments later, she does the exact same thing. This subtle mirroring is one of the most telling signs that she's interested in you. Mirroring happens when someone unconsciously imitates your body language. It's a natural reflection of comfort and a desire to build rapport. Why is mirroring so significant? Because it's almost always an involuntary action. Psychologically speaking, mirroring is rooted in our instinct to connect with others. When she mirrors your movements, it's her subconscious way of signaling that she feels comfortable around you and is interested in deepening the connection. Mirroring isn't just mimicry. It's a powerful indicator of trust, empathy, and a budding connection. It's one of the clearest non-verbal cues that she's opening herself up to you and is comfortable with the direction the interaction is going. Signal 2. Playing with her hair. Another common sign of interest is when a woman plays with her hair. At first glance, this might seem like a casual habit, but it reveals much more. When she twirls or touches her hair, it often stems from nervous energy combined with the desire to enhance her appearance. Psychologically, playing with her hair is linked to self-awareness in the presence of someone she finds intriguing. Imagine this. You're laughing together or having a meaningful conversation, and she starts playing with a strand of her hair. This isn't just a random action. It's a subconscious effort to draw your attention to her, subtly emphasizing her femininity. It's a natural instinct to groom oneself, and it's done to make a positive impression. When she does this, it signals that she's invested in the interaction and wants to leave a good impression. It's a subtle yet potent indicator that she's emotionally engaged and attracted to you. Signal 3. Clear and deliberate eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful non-verbal cues that can indicate interest. When a woman maintains clear, deliberate eye contact with you, it's far more than just a casual glance. This type of eye contact signifies confidence, focus, and a genuine desire to connect. If you catch her eyes consistently meeting yours, during a group conversation or across a crowded room, it's a deliberate effort to make you the focal point of her attention. Eye contact establishes intimacy and signals a willingness to communicate on a deeper level. The longer and more intentional the eye contact, the stronger the connection she likely feels. It's a silent way of saying, "I see you and I'm interested in what you have to say." As we've seen, body language speaks volumes when it comes to attraction. Mirroring, playing with hair, and maintaining eye contact are just a few of the signs that indicate a growing interest. But how can you take these cues and build on them? How do you turn these subtle signals into a meaningful connection? Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll dive into more powerful body language cues and explore how you can use them to strengthen your bond and move your relationship to the next level. As we've seen, subtle body language cues can reveal a woman's growing interest in you, from playing with her hair to making deliberate eye contact. But there are even more signals to pay attention to, some that may surprise you. Let's dive into the next set of powerful, nonverbal indicators of attraction. Signal 8. Open stance. An open stance is a classic and subtle signal that a woman is interested in you. When she adopts an open-facing position toward you, it suggests a readiness to connect. This type of body language indicates that she's not only present, but actively inviting interaction. It's her way of signaling that she's open to a deeper conversation or connection. If she positions herself in your line of sight and maintains this open stance, it's often a sign that she's interested and waiting for you to make the first move. Imagine sitting across from her in a cafe or at a party. If her body is angled toward you, arms uncrossed, and her posture is relaxed yet open, it's a strong indication she's waiting for you to engage further. She's not just physically present, she's mentally and emotionally ready to connect. Signal 7. Entering your personal space. One of the strongest indicators of interest is when a woman intentionally steps into your personal space. Personal space is the invisible boundary we all have that defines our comfort zone. By entering this space, she's showing that she feels comfortable with you and desires a closer, more intimate connection. Let's say you're at a party and she starts making her way toward you from across the room. Pay attention to where she stops. If she positions herself within about 4 feet of you, she has entered your personal space. This move isn't random, it's deliberate. She's likely trying to engage you in conversation. At this range, she's entering what's known as the intimate zone, which signals a shift toward a deeper, more personal connection. This encroachment on personal space isn't just about proximity, it's about comfort and a desire to form a stronger bond. Being this close means she's likely comfortable enough with you to engage on a more personal level. Signal 6. Widened nostrils. While it might not be the first gesture you think of, widened nostrils are a subtle but telling sign of attraction. This is a natural, involuntary response that can indicate a sense of comfort and openness. If you notice her nostrils subtly expanding when she's around you, it suggests she feels relaxed and at ease in your presence. This signal may not be as obvious as a smile or eye contact, but it's a strong indicator that she's comfortable and possibly emotionally engaged with you. The next time you're having a conversation, pay attention to her facial expressions. If her nostrils widen just slightly, it's a sign that she feels good being around you. Signal 5. Focusing on her lips. One of the more clear and flirtatious signs of attraction is when a woman draws attention to her lips. Whether it's by gently touching them or applying lipstick, this focus on her lips often signals that she wants you to notice them. This isn't just a random gesture, it's a deliberate attempt to draw your attention to a suggestive area of her body. When a woman emphasizes her lips, it's often a subconscious tactic to indicate interest and signal a potential desire for intimacy. If she's directing your gaze toward her lips during conversation, it's a sign that she may be seeking a more intimate connection and could be signaling romantic or physical interest. Signal 4. Direction of her feet. It may seem unusual, but the direction of a woman's feet can reveal her true level of interest in you. Even if she's standing close to you, laughing and fully engaged in the conversation, the way her feet are oriented can provide important insight. While facial expressions and other body language cues can sometimes be misleading, her feet often give a clearer picture of her unconscious intentions. If her feet are pointed directly at you, it's a strong sign that she's genuinely interested and focused on you. However, if her feet are facing away, even while she's actively participating in the conversation, it could indicate that her mind is elsewhere or that she's not as engaged as she appears. As we've seen, these body language cues, whether it's an open stance, entering your personal space, or the direction of her feet, are powerful indicators of attraction and interest. But how do you use these cues to further your connection? Stay tuned, because in the next section, we'll explore even more signals that can help you decode her attraction and build a deeper bond. You'll learn how to respond to these subtle signs to create a more meaningful connection and move the relationship forward. As we've already seen, body language is a powerful tool in understanding attraction. The subtle cues she gives off, like mirroring your movements or playing with her hair, can reveal a lot about how she feels. Now let's dive into even more telling signs of interest, including some that you might have missed and one sign that could signal disinterest. Signal 5. Dilated pupils and a sidelong glance. One of the most fascinating and often overlooked signs of attraction is the dilation of her pupils. This happens when the autonomic nervous system responds to emotional stimuli, causing her pupils to widen. If you notice her pupils dilating while you're interacting, it's a powerful indicator that she's feeling emotionally engaged or excited by your presence. This is a clear sign that you're capturing her attention, and it's one of the most subtle yet undeniable cues that she's drawn to you. Along with this, keep an eye out for a sidelong glance. This quick, fleeting look can seem subtle, but it's a way of discreetly acknowledging you or assessing the interaction. If she's giving you these sidelong glances, it shows that she's paying special attention to you, likely evaluating how things are going. This glance is often linked to flirtation or a growing interest, signaling that she's engaged and curious about you. Signal 6. Exposing the neck. A particularly clear and powerful signal of attraction is when a woman exposes her neck. The neck is one of the most vulnerable areas of the body, and when she tilts her head or pushes her hair aside to expose it to you, she's not just making herself physically open, she's also showing emotional vulnerability and trust. This behavior is rooted in both instinctual and psychological signals. In the animal kingdom, animals expose their necks when they feel safe and confident, signaling that they trust the other creature. The same concept applies to human interactions. When a woman exposes her neck to you, it indicates that she feels secure and comfortable, and it's a powerful sign that she's open to a deeper connection. This signal suggests trust and a desire to engage more meaningfully with you. Signal 7. Intentional physical contact. Perhaps the most obvious and telling sign of growing attraction is intentional physical contact. This can range from a simple touch, like placing her hand on yours, to a more intimate gesture, like brushing her leg against yours or even hugging your arm if she's feeling chilly. These gestures indicate that she feels comfortable enough with you to break down the physical barriers that normally exist between people. Intentional physical contact goes beyond casual touches. It's a clear signal that she is emotionally open and interested. Every time she places her hand on yours, leans on you, or hugs you, it's a sign that she's not just seeing you as a friend. She's letting you into her personal space, which is a big step toward intimacy. These actions show that she feels comfortable and secure with you and is willing to share a closer connection. Signal of disinterest. crossed arms. On the flip side, it's important to recognize the body language cues that signal disinterest. One of the most noticeable signs is crossed arms. When a woman crosses her arms, it's a clear non-verbal signal that she's either disengaged or uncomfortable with the situation. This gesture can indicate that she's not connecting with what you're saying or feeling defensive in some way. In the best-case scenario, crossed arms might simply mean she's cold or physically uncomfortable, but it's still a sign that you might need to reassess the situation. If you notice this signal, it could be time to step back, adjust your approach, or even move on if the situation feels too distant. While not every crossed arm gesture is a deal breaker, it's certainly worth noting, especially if it's accompanied by other signs of discomfort. Conclusion: decoding the cues. So there you have it. 11 powerful body language signals that show she likes you, along with one clear sign that she might not be interested. Understanding these subtle, non-verbal cues can give you a significant advantage when it comes to navigating attraction and building deeper connections. If you found this video helpful and insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more tips and insights on body language and relationships. And while you're here, check out these other videos on how to decode attraction and improve your dating game. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more valuable content in our upcoming videos.